Okay, so this video will just provide the viewer with a little bit more information on how to approach the introduction when writing lab report. Now, after you finish writing the introduction, you need to ask yourself four key questions. The first should be, have I included information that relates to the background of my topic, and have I established the key major references within my area? The second is, have I included a rationale for my study? So have I informed the viewer or the reader as to why I've actually undertaken this study? The third is the significance of the study. So how this study in particular will help the general population concerned with your sample. And the fourth is the aim of the study. Have you provided information to the viewer regarding the aim and why you undertook the study in the first place? So using the example in front of you on screen here, we have a lab report written by a student a couple of years ago. So initially, the first paragraph, which I'm going to highlight for you here, just provides the viewer with a little bit of information about the background to the key area of study. So in this case it's the form of creatine, and it provides the viewer with a little bit more information about its originality, where it originated from, and how it's been used in today's society. There's also evidence of, just a bit here, of one of the earlier scientific studies which conducted the effects of creatine within a particular sample. So it's obvious to see that in this initial bit here, it's just very general. It just provides the viewer with a little bit of an oversight as to what creatine is and where it comes from. The next paragraph, if we scroll down, just provides the viewer with a little bit more specificity. So we look at the role of creatine as we do, so I'll just highlight that for you there. Let's do a better colour. And how it's involved within higher bouts of exercise. So now we're becoming a little bit more focused. So if we go to our title at the top, we can see that we're looking at creatine itself, but we're also looking at its performance output within exercise, and in particular repeated sprint performance. So now coming down here, we can see that there's information that's very specific towards sport and exercise. Now this next bit that I'm going to highlight for you just here will focus on the significance of the study itself, because the reader has included information about how the effects of creatine can influence performance in the long run. So this is focusing on, in particular, on a certain sample and a population within sport and exercise. They've also provided a little bit of information of previous or existing studies that have taken place that have looked at the effects of creatine supplementation, but they might have focused in particular on a different sport. And the last part of the introduction, as you can see here, there is an aim. So it provides the viewer with a rationale and reasoning as to why this particular study was undertaken and what it intended to do or what it intended to study. Now, as you can see from the layout of the introduction, it's fairly well spread out. This particular layout is double line spacing, and the content itself, if I just give you a couple of examples, you can see how that these areas in blue provide the viewer, it's just an example really of direct quotations that have been included. The red just relates to where that direct quotation was referenced from. So you can see how the general writing style integrates direct quotes, and it also provides evidence of where that quotation was actually found. That's a way of writing at an academic level. So this information provides evidence that the viewer has actively included objective reasoning to support their argument.